Okay, Sky and Jules here.
Here we are.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
Our video is about adjustments and for the pack.
Pack adjustments.
Pack adjustments.
Okay, here we
Go
go.
ahead.
So on pretty much everybody's pack, there's a few different things you can adjust. We're going to start off with the waist strap here. This is something you want to fit right up on your hip bones, kind of like right on the top of what's known as your iliac crests, which is like the top of your pelvis. And it probably has two little straps that you can snug down, and you want it to be pretty snug so that it can help distribute the weight across your hips and not just loading it all on your back. So pretty nice and snug, but not so snug that it's hurting you. And these are just regular pull tabs. You can pull up on the little Fastech mechanism to loosen them, pull to tighten them.
Thank you, Jules. And next we have the arm straps, which go right under the armpits. And these adjust the ones that go right here on the shoulders. And you want them also pretty snug. And this really helps the pack be close to your back and not pull you back down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, and then another strap we've got is this one that goes across the sternum. And again, you can pull it to tighten, and it helps the backpack be closer onto your back so that you're not loading all the weight on your low back or your shoulders. And for men, it's like just about above nipples. For women, it's a bit higher for obvious reasons. And as you're hiking, you can kind of experiment with pulling it in closer to take the weight off your shoulders or opening it a little bit. That's the sternum.
And the next we have the shoulder straps right here. And this actually helps the pack be closer to your shoulder and the upper part of your back. And if you don't do it and have them loose, it can really pull you back in. So you really want them tight,
nice
but not
and snug.
very tight.
And if you have them too loose, you might also notice the weight is sitting right at your hips and low back, and that can be dangerous for your low back. Yeah.
And last, and sometimes easy to forget, are the low back straps right here. They're usually on the waist straps, and it also helps to just adjust it to the lower back and the upper buttocks area. And it's just really important. It's not to, try not to forget that.
And then just a couple of last things is, remember to adjust as you're moving throughout your day, and as you tighten one thing, you might notice you have to tighten something else to compensate, and just experiment with what feels good for your body.
Exactly. And I also adjusted depending on the terrain. So the more I go uphill, the more I loosen the waist straps, because that decreases the amount of pressure that's on the legs. And if I'm going downhill, I'll put in more on my legs and less on my back. And so just adjusting myself to the terrain and how my body is working at that time.
Sounds great.
All right, see you
Ready
at the
to go?
canyons or the rock section.
Yeah.
Yes.
Woo!
Boom.